What is up, Pisces? How are you guys doing? Time for your weekly check-in. Time to see what's going on with y'all in the third week of July. Remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. If any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can find all the information on how to go about doing that right down here in the description of this video. Don't forget to check out them new general personal readings I got on my website, y'all. Them things are fun, quick, fast, easy. Gets to the point. You ain't got to ask me nothing. You ain't got to tell me nothing unless you want to. You can. There's a little spot for notes if you want to, but you don't have to. All you got to do is click the part you want read. Let me do the rest. But everything else that I have to offer is also in the description of the video. Anything else? I don't think so. Let's jump into this. Let's see what we can tell Pisces about their situation and the person they're dealing with in the third week of July. What can we tell Pisces? Boom! Temperance reversed. Could be a Saggy for some of you. Well, look, check it out. We got that Two of Wands, Hangman with the Temperance reversed. Are you getting a little bit impatient? Because just stuck at a standstill. There's no movement here. There's no decision being made. You know? Maybe you're starting to just lose the faith that this is going to go anywhere. You know, just starting to become a little bit disillusioned. Wishes unfulfilled. That's kind of a boring little cliffhanger. You about to give up on this? Throw in the white towel? Is that what's going on? Yeah, the door's hanging wide open, isn't it? The proverbial door is hanging wide open and nothing is happening. Ain't no movement, no decision being made, just crickets. But, I mean, it's like silent tension, you know? Silent tension. Are you waiting on somebody to break the silence, maybe? Okay, whatever. I'm going in circles. Trying to dig a little bit deeper. Ain't going no deeper than that. All right, well, let's see how they feel about you. Let's see how this person feels about you. What their energies and intentions are. Let's get 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Blue, de blue, body blue. Blue, de blue, body blue. Well, yeah. I mean, I do kind of feel like this person would like to talk to you. I think so. But for some reason, and it's not really indicating why, they feel like they have no choice but to move on from this. With the Death card and the 6 of Swords. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe you said something to them that would lead them to believe that you never want to fucking see them again. Or maybe for some of you, they did something to you that to any normal human would just be so unforgivable that there's no fucking way you would ever want to talk to them again. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But they feel like it's done. Dun 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 dun. So, yeah. About all I can get out of that right there. Some of you dealing with an Aries. I also have Scorpio, Libra. Okay. I think they kind of would like to talk to you, but it's not really telling me why. Because the Ace of Cups is reversed, so it's not indicating to me that they're looking for a new start in love, so I don't know what they want to talk about. I don't know. Usually when something like that comes through, they just want to know how the hell you feel. Just wanting to know what your feelings are, where you stand, and stuff like that. That's usually what that means. But I don't have the card here that indicates that. So, one could only speculate. That's probably what it fucking is. Okay, well, let's grab the advice on this then. What's the advice for Pisces? Advices for Pisces. Advices for Pisces. Hangman reversed. Remember how that hangman jumped out in the very first spread? Hangman reversed. Don't put your life on hold waiting for somebody. Don't do that. Well, if you are wanting communication anytime soon, it probably would have to be you that initiates it. But Page of Pentacles is like, keep them at an arm's distance. This is, hang on, let me see what else I can dig up here. See, I mean, the main thing that they're wondering is they're just wanting their curiosity. You know, that thirst for their curiosity to be quenched. You know, they're just curious. So that's where I would probably indicate that you just shoot them a closure message. You know, that's what I would start off with. That's what I would start off with. It's just a closure message. And I think we already talked about this, though, didn't we? Yeah, we already talked about this. So I'm not going to dig up that whole can of worms because I remember, was it last time or the time before that? In one of the Pisces videos, I know that I went into that really, really heavy. So I'm not going to dig that whole thing up here. But that's what I would do. I would start with that. Closure message. Remember, closure is closure. Don't be trying to make nothing else happen other than closure, right? Closure does not mean final. It doesn't mean that you're never going to talk to him again. It means the energy is being cleared. It means the air is cleared. And you shoot that closure message and then you step back and let it sink in. You know, you don't be trying to make something else happen. You don't be waiting to see if it's going to go anywhere. That's not fucking closure. Closure is closure. It means the energy is cleared. I'm sending you on your way, clearing the energy. And then just step back and see what the universe wants to do with it from that point. Okay? And then cross the next bridge when you get to it. Even if you did want to bring somebody back into your life, it still wouldn't work unless the old energy is cleared out. That's the part you have to understand. That's what you have to understand. I think that's the biggest misconception that people get about closure. You know, that's because, remember, the primary law is the law of vibration. So even if you do want to bring them back into your life, if you don't clear that energy out, it ain't gonna fucking work. Best case scenario, you'll just have a repeat cycle. So I would start with that. Now, I want to try something a little bit different here. Let's see. I want to see not just what's coming in for the singles, but I want to see what's going on with the person that you're interested in. Your love interest. Let's see what's going on with the person that Pisces has their eye on. Not a person you've had past history with. Person that you're interested in. Anything happening in the third week of July? Three of Wands reversed. Getting tired of waiting? What is it with the getting tired of waiting, man? Is that just the theme for Pisces? Hey, man. Retrograde season ain't no joke right now. Two of Wands. No decision is being made. It's telling me that you're getting tired of waiting on it, so you're just about to abandon the situation altogether. Slamming the door shut on this. God damn, a lot of fire energy in here, dude. Holy shit sticks, Batman. Look at this. Look at all that fire. Look at all that fire. Look at all that fire. Boom, 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 boom. Fire, fire. I'm a huge Beavis and Butthead fan, by the way. So, yeah, it could be a Leo for some of you with the strength card there. Also have Gemini here. But, yeah, I mean, it's getting to a point where whatever's been going on here, whether this person's been stringing you along or it's just been lingering for too long, it's like putting a big permanent dent in the connection here. Plus, I think there's a third party involved anyways. You know, there's somebody else in the picture here. Communication just absolutely sucks. And it's getting to a point where it's like I think a lot of you are just kind of losing interest. It's getting to the point where it's just like, man, fuck this. I'm about over it. About ready to just boot, scoot, and boogie on out of here. So, yeah, Death card. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Let's see how they feel about you. How's Pisces love interest feel about them, universe? How do they feel about you? What are their feelings, energies, and intentions? What kind of person are they in general? Doesn't look like they're overflowing with passion either. They, for some reason, I don't know why, but they are worried that a relationship with you would be way too much work and that it would probably just turn into a toxic mess. I don't know why they think that. I don't know. Maybe they're just projecting, you know? A lot of times, when somebody gets fucked over real good, you know, that they view everyone through that fucking lens. You know? Whatever happened to them in their past or whoever else they're dealing with, you know, they just view everybody through that lens. You know? How many women have you heard say, all men are dogs? Or men will say, all women are whores, you know? Because you get hurt a few times, then that's the lens through which you view the world. And those people are the only people that you're tuned into. So the next thing you know, because you keep attracting that same energy, next thing you know, in your mind, in your little universe, that's just what everybody is, you know? So that could be the case here. I don't know. I don't know. But it almost kind of feels like this person is just giving up on love in general. You know, I don't even think it has anything to do personal with you. Feels probably more like it has more to do with them projecting from the past. Now, man, I'm not saying that you've done absolutely nothing. Maybe a couple of you have maybe given this person reason to kind of question, but I think 90% of it is them just projecting, you know? So They're just giving up on love, period. They probably view everybody through that same lens and project that shit onto everybody they come in contact with. You know? Especially if it was a long-term relationship they was in. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. They gonna see everybody through the lens of whatever their ex did to them, you know? Let's get the advice then. What's the advice? Woo, Ten of Swords reversed. Just because they give up on love don't mean you have to. All right, how about this? Anybody who, as a direct result of being connected with them, leaves you feeling like this, ask yourself, is that somebody I need in my life? One of the many big problems in the dating world is that people put more energy into how they feel about a person and less energy into how the connection feels. How many people do you know who cannot let go of this toxic piece of shit that makes them feel like complete and total garbage because they love them, right? I don't care how I feel about you. If being connected to you in any way makes me question whether I'm good enough, makes me wonder whether or not I'm attractive enough, makes me wonder what I'm doing wrong, what I need to do right, leaves me wondering whether or not I'm about to be abandoned or lied to or cheated on or embarrassed or humiliated and I'm losing sleep. Fuck you. It's very simple. You don't get a spot in my life. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. Absolutely not. I would rather die all alone than have somebody in my life that causes me to feel that way. What's the point? What's the point of even having somebody in my life if being alone feels worse than that? And I got some serious motherfucking issues I gotta work on. If being by myself feels worse than that. So be picky and choosy about how the energy feels with anyone that you bring into your life. What I mean when I say that is you shouldn't be feeling like this for any reason. Any reason. Any reason. None. None, 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 none. All right? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Pisces family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.